Hi again. So we are approaching the 15th slot fintech sector. Let us welcome the judges. Grzegorz Pawlicki, Sylwester Lucia from 33, Grzegorz Pawlicki from PKO Bank Polski, Greta Anderson from Balderton, Clarissa Camirelli from the Accelerator Network. Welcome, guys. So let us welcome the first startup, Spark. Danila, hello. I can see your presentation. 3 minutes are yours. Take them away.
Hello, thank you very much. Thank you for letting me to start the new pitching session. So let me introduce myself firstly. My name is Danilo Belakons and I'm founder of Spark. And we are an Estonian fintech startup and we are developing a personal finance platform for millennials. So currently the millennial generation is between the ages of 25 and 40. This means that their impact on the overall economy is growing year on year. However, the soon-to-be dominant generation is suffering under the financial stress. So a significant number of them just don't know the basics of personal finance management. They don't know how to spend, how to save, and how to make everyday decisions. Not to mention how to deal with all these unexpected difficulties, such as the current pandemic. So that's why we decided to create Spark, to increase the level of financial literacy and to offer a new financial experience for the millennials. So our money management algorithm makes it easy for users to take the full control of their finances. It helps to create budget for all essential needs, such as paying for rent or utility bills or subscriptions such as Netflix, Spotify. You can set spending limits and clear saving goals. Even more, our data-driven approach will provide actual advice for increasing savings. We also use a gamification elements such as challenges and levels to further motivate our users in achieving their goals. So the end goal is for each user is to become a financially literate person. So basically, we want them to achieve financial harmony. It's the state the one's revenue is always exceeds their expenses. And also we are offering a full range of financial services. So Spark can be used as a primary payment solution. Our customers will be able to do everything from opening an IBAN account, making SEPA payments, using their prepaid card, and also use their mobile phones like for contactless payments. So not only will the user get an all-in-one financial solution, but they also be drawn into a compelling storyline with a clear goal of becoming a financial educated person. So please take a look at all our European market size. So it consists of 50 million financially stressed millennials who can potentially generate annual revenue of 1.6 billion. So we are using a freemium pricing model. Our customers will access all the basic features for free, such as analytics, gamification, and payments. And the revenue is generated by selling the premium packages. Speaking of our team, we have 18 in-house team members with banking, fintech, and startup experience. And also we have advisory board with strong experience. And about the investition, so we have closed 2 seed rounds with more than €500,000, and I'm planning to launch our MVP on the 7th of April. And we have signed partnerships with companies like Railsbank and SumsUp to build a strong foundation and accelerate the product launch. So please feel free to visit our website and contact us if you're ready to help shape a new culture of effective money management. Thank you very much, and let's spark.
Thank you. We're already actually in the Q&A session, so you have still 3 minutes, 15 seconds. Judges, please, your turn to ask questions.
Could I start? Yeah, great. So thank you very much for the presentation. I noticed you didn't have a competitor slide. So I was wondering if you could give us some insight on who else is out there in the market and what would be your key success factors or standout factors.
Yeah, sure. So basically, it isn't included in this pitch. So let me answer this question here. So we are considering ourselves as a third banking generation, and we're taking all the best practices from the traditional banking and the bank challengers. So we are safe as traditional banks, we are fast and convenient as bank challengers, but our main difference from them is that we use human-centric approach. So we are a personalized financial platform. So, for example, Revolut, it provides you information about your spendings, but Spark tells you what to do with all the spendings. So basically, it helps you to set up the budget. For example, all the bank challengers said you can put your budget, but we are showing how exactly you should use these tools.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Thank you very much.
I have a question for you. Thank you very much for the presentation. What would be for you the unique selling point you have in your actual application, or what would it be in the future?
Okay, so our unique selling point will be a story of financial hero. So basically, the current financial experience is a little bit messy. So there's no one compelling guideline on how to achieve the state of financial harmony. And we provide challenges and financial journey, like step-by-step tutorial, how to master all the aspects of the finances. Budgeting, for example, investing, taxation, and so on. And step by step, we are starting from budgeting. So we will learn you how to save, how to spend, and how to make financial decisions according to your preferences. So it's not like we are telling you what to do, it's according to your preferences. So this is our unique selling proposition.
Okay, I have one more question. You mentioned you cooperate with the bank. What is your business model? Do you want to launch a separate app or be backed by a bank? And many banks just are developing their applications with the functionalities you mentioned already. So it's not so new on the market, and there are applications like Yacht or IMA that's like combine all these things you mentioned. So the question is, what is your marketing strategy to enter the market, and how would you get the customers through the bank or by your own?
Okay, thank you very much for question. It's a good one, but I see here two questions. So firstly, answering about our partnership with banks. So currently we are working as a bank as a service with Railsbank, but we are looking forward to be our own electronic money institution in the
Okay,
future.
sorry. I will stop you here since we are running out of time. Sorry. I hope you will answer this question on maybe the chat, on Hopin. Let's hope so. Thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you for being here. Let us move on to Edouard Bevois with iVidence. Hello, and we have 3 minutes. Please start.
Very good. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Bonjour. My name is Edouard Beauvois, so I'm one of the founding members and CEO of AI Evidence. And well, to start, actually, I would like to provide you with an idea of the market, and I will talk about the total cost related to unpaid invoices, which on average in Europe is about 2.3%, and which is increasing even due to the COVID situation. And it's mainly explained by different operational efficiencies, among which I would say the fact that companies don't really know the payment habits or the payment context of their customers, or the fact as well that they can't anticipate payment issues. And it leads to a lot of interactions with customers and a lot of efforts. And that's why we have created this solution, which can, on the one hand, predict when customers will pay their invoices, and on the other hand, segment debt portfolios according to payment patterns and different types of risks. And we use it for strategic purposes with simulations, identification of risk, and on the other hand, to make collection management more intelligent. So the solution is live. It collects internal and external data. We have 4 customers. We go up to the collection processes, but we start from the analytics. And with artificial intelligence, we remove all the biases that may exist, so that decisions are taken based on objectivity. So we have an interesting market, but just on the, if I zoom on the obtainable side, we have a strong partnership with SAP. We have an addressable market of 400,000 customers only with SAP. Customers, two key one, site trade in France, high radius, US, and coming in Europe, but we cover them pretty well with SAP. We have a model that works based on subscription, 1K a month to start, and the largest offering we made was 10K a month. We are a team of 3 seasoned people. We know each other for 10 years. We've been working together for the last 10 years. And so far, next to providing the solution to the market, next to having found the first customers using the solution in live, we have completely structured our offering. We have a predefined set of partners, among which SAP, I mentioned them already. We are really recognized as an add-on to SAP. We are positioned on their App Center, and I work on a daily basis with the field in Europe, Latin America, and America today. And next quarter, we start with Asia Pacific. So we are in a stage where we raised already 500K. We met the objectives, we met the goals that we had set, and we are looking for another million so that we can strengthen still the relationship with SAP. We can continue streamlining the implementation and develop a new component. Thank you. So that's what I wanted to present you in super short.
Thank you. So we kind of a bit entered a Q&A session, but we still have 3 minutes, 50 seconds. So judges, go ahead. Thanks.
I can start if that's all right. I'd love to know, obviously understanding your cash flow position is important, but the goal for a lot of these businesses probably is to improve the average time to collect and the rate of bad debts. So how is your product currently kind of do anything to turn the needle,
Right. Well,
move the needle there?
Yeah, good. Okay, so we do 2 things. On the one hand, with the predictive cash, we enhance cash forecast accuracy, right? And we can do that group level. That's one. And on the other hand, from a pure collection point of view, we actually optimize the efforts because first of all, we anticipate issues. So that means that we know when a customer is not going to pay far before the due date. We propose actions, we propose channels, we know tones, and we also prioritize the work of collectors according to the whole payment context of the customer. So it's an increase. Just to give you an idea, it's a decrease by 30% of the overdue invoices, and it's an improvement of 20% of operational efficiency.
Okay, I have a question. What is your sales strategy and how much your product costs?
Yeah, so product cost, like I said, it's between 1K a month up to so far the biggest is 10K a month. But it can be more, and we have stuffs in the pipeline that are more. And we sell, on the one hand, through SAP. So we are behind SAP because the solution is recognized as an add-on. But we have other partners, other software vendor as well positioning our solution. We have implementation partners, and we have our own direct sales that we have structured as well. And our own direct sales is more geared towards small to medium-sized companies, and larger corporates like SAP is more for the big corporates.
Thank you, Edward. I have a question. How long does it take for a client to onboard on your platform outside SAP? Or what is the relationship, the difference between an integration with SAP or a normal customer which is on another platform?
To onboard, to learn about the solution or to implement it?
To implement it.
To implement, the longest would be 3 months, and the shorter would be 3 to 4 weeks. So it's pretty straightforward, and it's one of our goals is really to make sure that AI becomes accessible to everyone. So we standardize AI. Further question or comments?
Okay, so is there... Sure.
Yeah, one last thing. So what is the customer segment besides bigger enterprise level customers?
You mean industries?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's so far it's media, mining, real estate, chemicals, and transportation. the key ones for the moment, but especially due to COVID, because those are the markets which suffer the most of the current situation.
Thank you.
So we
Welcome.
are left with 35 seconds. So maybe there are some final words you want to say to us, Eduardo. Sorry.
No, well, I mean, I would be very happy to have private discussions with all of you. So I think you've got my contact details. The fund that we are not in a hurry. It's more towards the end of the year or early next year, but I definitely would like to have the best people on boards, because we're looking for investors outside Belgium who can provide us with a network and with experience outside Belgium as well, because we'd like to internationalize.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So let us move on to the next startup, which is a hash wallet. Daniel, hi. You have 3 minutes, please.
Hi. Okay, good afternoon. My name is Daniel Hernandez. I'm the CEO of Designers. We have a complex situation in the crypto space. Since 2019, more than 8 billion in crypto assets have been stolen or lost. These losses come mainly from hackers having access to private keys or the loss of private keys. For perspective, we have 10 times more fraud per user in blockchain environments than in the traditional banking sector. So we initially must think that we need to find a way to mitigate all those risks with recognizable and secure user experiences that have easy adoption. And that's what we have done. We have created a new generation of hard wallet in a credit card form factor. The card itself is a non-programmable device. In this way, we generate a truly secure environment for the generation of the keys and the signing of transactions. In addition, we have implemented in the card a cryptographic principle that is called what you see is what you sign, which allows the user to verify the transaction he wants to sign on the ink display. The use of biometrics ensures that by the means of a fingerprint, only the card owner will be able to sign a transaction and access the hard wallet. We also have developed an innovative recovery system which simplifies the process for the user and opens up new business models with partners. And finally, we have created HOLA that enables the device to support new currencies or tokens without risky firmware updates. If we analyze the cryptocurrency sector, only the cryptocurrency sector, we can clearly see that it is a market that is at an incredible early stage, but with a very high growth potential. But the most important thing is that it is a market where our potential customers are aware of the risks, their responsibility to mitigate them, and that today they are paying between 60 to 1,000 euros for a hard wallet. The pre-sale campaign we did in Indiegogo has allowed us to sell hash wallet in 38 different countries and to understand our customers and the market much better. From the start of the project, we have also on board and closed important agreement with the strategic partners to provide third-party services in our software platform and to manufacture hash wallet and future products. And finally, I'm fortunate to have a senior team with an extremely high level of training and great experience in management and entrepreneurship. We form a group of different and complementary profiles, which I believe together with our experience ensures the success of the project. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and perfect timing since we have only 3 seconds left. So let us move on to the Q&A session right away. Judges?
Sure. So Daniel, thank you for your presentation. Can you give us an indication on the pricing of your product?
Yeah. The hard wallet costs about $299, 250 euros approx.
Okay. And then any indication on financial forecasts when you will reach profitability?
We need to sell about 5,000 units at the moment in order to have profitability in the company. That's a break-even point for us.
Break-even. And so last add-on, have you calculated what year this would be?
It should be next year.
Okay.
We hope that's
Great, thanks. That's all from me.
I have a question. Could you elaborate a little bit more about this HOLA, hash wallet operation language? How unique is it,
Yeah.
and what's your main sales channel?
Okay. First, starting with the sales channel, it's easier. We are selling directly online, and we will start selling this year in Amazon Launchpad. So this is our main sales channel at the moment. Second, we will use other corporates in order to access other communities. So having access to companies like exchanges or neobanks is also another sales channel that we are aiming to have. Speaking of Ola, it's very unique. There is all hard wallets have proprietary OS. So what we have done in order to onboard not only community, but also to support more tokens, we have exposed in an SDK all the functionality of the secure element. So anyone can develop a structure of the transaction to be signed then in the hash wallet. In order now to maintain the security, what we do is that we verify this structure of the transaction and we sign it. So when hash wallet receives the transaction, he knows that it's signed by us. So he can be confident of what he is signing, and then he can sign the transaction. So in the future, we hope to find a way to open this the way we do those transactions to third parties, but at the moment we are the only ones that we can sign the transaction, but the community can develop a new transaction stack for the hash wallet.
Thank you.
This is the rest. And this is the recovery card for recovering the hash wallet.
And one question on the hardware side,
Yeah.
thinking about sort of defensibility. What steps are you taking to protect yourself in terms of your IP?
Yeah. You mean in terms of IP or in terms of security of the hardware?
In terms of IP.
In terms of IP, we are using the form of industrial secret, because from the firmware that we have inside the hash wallet, because most of the devices the components we use, they have their own patents. So I think at the moment it makes no sense to file for a patent for the device. It will be too costly. Perhaps.
And thank you so much, Daniel. Thanks. We are out of time, so we have to move on to the next startup. Thanks, Predictiva. Ashraf, hello. Can we see your presentation, please?
All right. Thank you.
Do you need any assistance? Okay, probably not. So can you turn on the presentation?
All right.
Okay. So you have your 3 minutes. Please start.
All right. Hi everyone. I'm Ashraf. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Predictiva, and thanks for giving us a chance to present today. So 1%. This is the percentage of all day traders who can predictably achieve net profits in the financial markets. 80% of all day traders quit within the first 2 years. The average individual trader underperforms the market index by 1.5% annually, while active traders underperform the index by 6.5% annually. So even the most skilled human traders make wrong decisions due to emotions and stress. Also, human traders can't follow the market at all times, and they can't monitor many financial assets simultaneously. What is our solution to this? So meet our platform, Investiva. Our platform is a fully autonomous AI trading platform, which continuously trade the financial markets, monitor financial assets simultaneously, and takes actions based on facts only, with no emotional trading. Unlike the current preset algorithms, Investiva continuously learns and adapts to new market conditions. We use the state-of-the-art deep reinforcement learning algorithms, and these algorithms were pioneered by Google DeepMind to be the most skilled players in games like chess and Go and StarCraft. And we're adapting the same gaming strategies, but in the financial markets to be the most skilled players in the financial markets. During our testing, we were able to beat the market consistently, trading stocks like Amazon, Tesla, and AMD, with profits ranging between 80% and 800% over an average trading period of 3 months. What you see here on the left side is a snapshot from our demo portal. What are the traction so far? So we currently have 30 pre-registered customers with a total initial portfolio of £300,000. We also have ongoing discussions with people from hedge funds like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and others. We were also selected as one of the best UK tech startups by TechNation Rising Stars competition earlier this year. We also won the IBM Best Prize, the prize for Best Machine Learning Projects in the University of Edinburgh in 2020. We've also been enrolled with multiple partnership programs like Microsoft and IBM startup programs. We forecast to achieve a total of 19.2 million in revenues by end of year 3, based on a total of 100 million pounds of assets under management in the UK fastest growing investment market. Our pricing model is a mix of fixed subscription fees plus a profit share. About the team, we're currently a team of 2 founders with substantial experience in the IT industry, together with 5 advisors from different experience backgrounds. So we have commercial advisors, legal advisor, 2 data scientists from the University of Edinburgh, and a financial advisor as well on our advisory board. Thank you, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Okay, so we're already in the Q&A, so we have only 3 minutes left. Judges, feel free to ask the questions.
Can I start? I have
Sure.
a technical or business question. What kind of data do you use in your solution? I'm curious. Is it only technical data like open, close, high, low, and other indicators, or maybe also fundamental data like tweets, comments, and so on? And are these data used to predict price or only trends, or maybe to create a specific trading strategies? Can you elaborate a little bit more about it?
Sure, thank you. That's a very good question. So we only use technical data for now. So we use the real-time market data, as you said, the open, low, close, high volume data, and then the model will calculate all the indicators for us. So the model now has up to 100 technical indicators, and the model, after calculating all of these, would shortlist the number of indicators we use according to their impact on the price prediction. Currently, we use these indicators to analyze things like volume profile, trend, reversals, volume, as I said. So yeah, we focus on these main categories. We don't use currently any market news or fundamental analysis, because we think it's a much better approach to look at the financial markets as a mathematical phenomena rather than a speculative arena.
Thank you.
I have a question to you as well. How did you also run some experiments before the pandemics and during the pandemics? Did you saw a difference in performance of your algorithm? How did it behave over the last 2 years?
So we did testing in 2020 and beginning of 2020, and we did tests end of 2020. We did some tests amid the COVID-19 period, so between Feb and July 2020. And then we did another set of tests between December and March, so between December 2020 and March 2021. Amazingly, the profits were higher during COVID rather than now because of the volatility of the market mainly, and because our model continuously look at lows and highs and continuously try to identify entry and exit points, was more profitable during the volatility rather than now. Of course, there's a period of stability in the financial markets, usually during Q1 of every year, which is now. So we expect the trend is to again pick up by beginning of April 2021.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We're out of time, so thank you so much for coming. Let's move on to another startup, .x. Charlie, hello.
Hi everyone, how are you?
Hi. Can we see your presentation, please?
Yes. Thank you for having me today. My name is Charlie, and my company .x is a payroll solution, so workers without a bank account can receive salaries to make banking transactions. So here's the opportunity. Here in Indonesia, there are 260 million people. Half of the population don't own a bank account, and 60 million smartphone users still receive their salary payments in cash. The problem is, it costs employers more money to pay unbanked workers. The cost of handling cash adds up to 30% more compared to electronic payments. Handling cash is dangerous, and because cash payments are not in the books until much later, it creates confusion, uncertainty, and distrust. Our solution enables companies to completely eliminate cash and pay their workers electronically. Payroll is instantly transferred, digital payments reduce up to 85% of leakages, and there's no more cash handling, processing, and reconciling cash. Our digital onboarding toolkit helps companies onboard, manage payroll, and disperses payments to all workers, banked and unbanked. First, enter the worker's details, select from one of the ready-made ATM cards, and activate it. That's it. The account is active and payroll can be transferred. The workers can now pay bills, save money, borrow money using our app, or they can go to the nearest ATM and withdraw cash. Our deposits and lending license has just been approved. We are now in the last stages of finalizing our partnership with one of Indonesia's top 6 banks, and our mobile banking app will launch in just 2 months. We charge companies a monthly SaaS fee based on the number of workers. We also charge their workers 45 cents for every transaction and a 1% fee for loans. Our existing market starts with the logistics and transportation sector. We're targeting 1 million unbanked workers, but there are 16 million unbanked workers with smartphones in Indonesia. While our competitors offer payroll and HR software, we are the only one that can offer electronic payments to their workers. We're engaging CEOs, CFOs, HR professionals via LinkedIn, online events, and other touchpoints. As we're also partnering with a bank, we'll be able to cross-sell to their corporate customers. I'm a solo founder with a team of 9 full-time employees. I have 20 years of experience building enterprise solutions, and my passion is building a profitable business that creates a positive impact through financial inclusion. I'm now raising $500,000 to reach $1.5 million in revenue within 18 months, and I'd love to tell you more during our Q&A session. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. You have yourself extra 10 seconds for the Q&A session. Judges, your turn.
I have a question, Ed. So
Yes.
on your end, when are you actually opening accounts on behalf of each individual worker, or is it sort of virtual IBANs that point to the same physical account? Okay.
No, it's one account. It's one pooling account that is shared with thousands and thousands of workers, and we use a wallet that keeps track of their transactions, so we know how much they have and how much they can withdraw.
And then, so what sort of onboarding process is required on your end to onboard a user?
So it's from the employer's side. All they have to do is just put in the ID, contact details, and the employment contract, and that's it. That's the KYC from the employer.
I have a follow-on question. You went quite quickly high on your business model. Could you just go back and expand a little bit on that in terms of the fee that you charge and how you see that growing?
Yep. So we charge companies the SaaS monthly fee based on the number of users. Then we also charge the workers transaction fees. So every time they withdraw money, transfer money, we charge 45 cents for that. And if they get a loan, we charge a 1% fee for the loan.
Okay, got it. Okay, thanks. And in terms of, because I saw that you're addressing the Indonesian market, do you have plans to go beyond that internationally in the coming years?
Yes, absolutely. Probably, hopefully within 5 years' time.
Okay. I could also ask another question on how you plan to use your funds, because I see that you have, let's say, ambitious plans. So if you could give us a breakdown.
Yes. So the funds, 50% will be used for sales and marketing, 20% will be used for product development, 10% for general expenses, and the rest is just reserves.
Got it. Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for the questions.
Then I will just extend the question before. Which kind of market would you target outside Indonesia next?
Okay, so it'll just be the Asian market, Malaysia, China, mainly the Asian. I'm not looking at the European markets at this time.
Okay, I see there are no questions, but still we have 1 minute and a half. So maybe there's something you want to add, Charlie, or some final words.
Thank you for having me today. We've raised half of our funding amount. Well, we have term sheets, so we're looking for another half, and I'm looking to close by the end of April. Thank you everyone for having me today. Thank you for providing the platform for me. Much appreciated.
Okay, so in that case, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. And this was the last startup for this slot. Still, we have plethora of time, so maybe let's do a bit of a reverse pitch. Maybe our judges can tell a bit about themselves, who their companies, what can attract their attention, who do they look for, and so on. So Grzegorz, if you don't mind, can we start with you?
Okay, hello. Nice
Thanks.
to meet you. My name is Grzegorz Pawlicki. I'm head of innovation of PKO Bank Polski. Is the largest financial institution in CE, 10 million customers, and also a big financial group with leasing, insurance, and IT group. We name ourselves as a IT company with the banking license, but it's the biggest state-owned bank in Poland also. We've got 5 million customers, mobile users, and we focus on digital strategy at the moment and increasing our digital transformation, moving all our IT application to the cloud to be able to serve our customers at the best level. And I'm also responsible for our acceleration program, which name is Let's Fintech with PKO Bank Polski, and we cooperate with various startups from all over the world. And on board we've got also the VC funds, and we invest also in nice startups. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So maybe Sylvester, you can go next. Who do you look for?
Sure.
Who are you, and so on?
Yeah, so I'm the co-founder of 33. It's a 2 years old company. We are established the headquarters in Zurich, Switzerland. Also, we have a company also located in Warsaw and in Mexico City, and we actually help early stage startups to build the product, to their whole product life cycle. It can start from the really beginning when they also go with the scale up, and we work mostly with fintech and also in martech. And so far we have like around 10 customers, and it's always a long-term relationship. So yeah, looking forward to find new startups to work with and also to support them.
Thank you so much. Clarissa, would you like to go next?
Sure. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the invite. So I'm head of operations at the Accelerator Network, and this is essentially it's an organization based in London, UK. And what we do is provide acceleration programs for tech founders, and this is across different life stages. So we have a program for early stage tech founders, and that's a pre-accelerator to help them validate MVP and access a next stage support. So it could be an accelerator program. We then have a seed program just called Accelerator Academy, and here we help seed companies to become investor ready. And here we look for startups that have been active for about 2 years, generating from 5 to 30K net revenues per month, and looking to raise from 150K to £1 million. And then we have the scale-up program. So this is for more mature companies looking to raise Series A, so 1 to 5 million. And we help them through essentially due diligence, but then also presenting them to the right investors, negotiate the deal, and close the round. We have a fourth sectorial program, cybersecurity focused, and here it's about helping cybersecurity founders become more commercially savvy and present themselves to investors. So we look for companies looking to establish activity in the UK, so UK registered, and happy to help them to become investor ready.
Perfect, thanks. And Greta?
Hi, I'm Greta. So I'm an investor at Balderton Capital in London, which is one of Europe's oldest VC funds. We've been around for 20 years. Historically, we've been a Series A focused fund, so investments between 3 and 15 million. But we do make seed investments from time to time, and I certainly spend a lot of time talking to companies that are pre-Series A stage. In terms of what we look for, we're a generalist fund. We invest across sectors. Sort of fintech, consumer, marketplaces, SMB, SaaS, everything is fair game, and we consider ourselves more sort of stage specific, like what it takes to go scale a team from 10 to 20 to 200, expand internationally, sort of hire, recruit, sort of see executive level sort of talent, and we have sort of a broad European mandate, so we invest sort of across Europe.
Thank you so much. So thank you, judges, for coming today. Just a small reminder to fill in the assessment forms for the startups. That's pretty much it. Thank you, attendees, and we will be reaching out to you in around 15 minutes with Deep Tech, which will be the last slot from the semifinals of Pitch Contest. Thank you, and stay tuned.